Buonasera a tutti, hello there to everyone. Riprendiamo Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines. Stasera, in teoria, se non spunta fuori qualche nuova quest dell'ultimo secondo, assaltiamo la dimora di Giovanni.
Hey there, need a date?
Going somewhere?
Ehi là, buonasera Merilorian. Stiamo per assaltare la fortezza di Giovanni. Bel posticino.
Yeah, what is it? Huh? Yes, oh yes, caviar and champagne, darling. You know how these things are. Got my invitation right here, love. Did I just say I have an invitation? If I did, yeah, I have an invitation. My husband he's a big, tough guy, so you can kiss my ass, fella.
Huh? Freeze!
Ecco, mi sono procurato l'invito.
He.
Neanche se n'è accorta che gli ha ucciso il marito. Meglio così.
Sì, dai. Where you need to leave. You need to leave. You're not supposed to be here. Che caso stai dicendo?
Sorry, you can't come in here right now. Sorry, you can't come in here right now.
Quindi c'è anche un'entrata secondaria. Vabbè, tanto ora ho l'invito. Questo sembra lo zio Fester.
You have invitation. Please have a wonderful time.
Apparentemente niente di utile in nessuna stanza. Almeno da questa parte. Vediamo di qua. Queste credo stiano sniffando.
Giovanni have been through hard times, it's true. The fall of the stock market, poor investments whichever once tried into industries, the loss of many old and dear friends in Washington. It's not that serious. But I promise you, that after tonight, all the intolerant sarcophagus. You may have heard about its theft on the news. The truth of the matter is it was taken on my orders. Why? It bears a great resemblance to an artifact that could contain the spirits of an entire kingdom wiped out during the time of the pharaoh. As I speak, the most accomplished of our family are preparing to harvest this bounteous soul, bringing the Giovanni family one step closer to the endless night we have toiled to bring about all these centuries. Once again, the American Giovanni are poised to make a grand return to the Pacific Sea. And to celebrate this momentous occasion, I have decided to embrace suicide and to allow you to choose one person at this party to bestow the proxy gift box. When the others return, we shall inform Italy of our accomplishments and commence with the embrace. Let this night be the beginning of a prosperous new century, and let us not forget to thank God for this opportunity it's provided to renew faith with our honored elders. Amen. I appreciate everyone's attendance here.
Sorry, you can't come in here right now. Sorry, you can't come in here right now.
Come se ne sono accorti? Non mi ha visto nessuno. Beh, direi di caricare. Già, questa è chiusa anche.
Might as well be a costume party. Everyone's smiling, pretending this isn't a pageant put on by the patriarch of this family. Fine. But this is a contest, and I came to win. If you don't even know about the contest, then you really don't have to worry about winning it. The sarcophagus? I thought they closed that place down after they found that missing cheerleader doped up in the back. That was years ago, though, when I was in high school. I am talking here. Hi, I don't think we've met before. Nadia Milliner. It's a pleasure to meet you, Victor. Are you from the Chicago Rosalinis? Oh, you must give my regards to Great Aunt Frances when you get back. I stayed with her last time I was out that way. She was very sweet to me. I'm working on my master's out here. I'm from back east. The Giovannis have been nice enough to let me stay here while I finish up my studies. I've learned a great deal from them, like you wouldn't believe. I really can't say much about that. I just remembered something I have to do. Excuse me. Just leave me alone.
Riproviamo il dialogo.
Hi, I don't... Nadia... Oh, you must get... I'm working on my I just remembered something. Hi, I don't. Nadia Miller. Oh, you must. I'm working on my sarcophagus. I don't know if I ever heard anything about that. Sarcophagus? I just remembered something I have to do. Excuse me.
Non ha niente di utile da dire questa. Proviamo a aumentare un po' le caratteristiche e vediamo se cambia qualcosa.
Hi. Nadia? Nadia Milliner. Oh my God. Excuse me. Hi, I don't think we've met before. Hi. Hi. Hi.
Allora, prezzo 9, prezzo 12.
Hi. Hi, I don't think we've met before.
Allora, devo aumentarmi questo di 1 e questo di 1 per cambiare il dialogo.
Hi. Nadia Milliner. It's a pleasure to... Oh, you must give my regards to Great... I'm working on my master's out here. I just remembered something I...
No, non abbastanza.
Nadia? Nadia Milliner. Not at all. I just remembered something I have to do. Excuse me. Hi. I just remembered something I have to do.
Allora, come li avevo messi i punti poco fa?
Nadia? Not at all. I know a perfect place for us to talk. No one will ever find us there. Follow me. Come on. Come on. Come on. Here we are. They prepare the dead here. It's so cold and lifeless. Death just hangs over this whole place. It makes me so... Let's bring some life to this place. Let's do it here, in the very spot the dead have laid. The ultimate exhibition of living right here. It would be cathartic.
Libro dei Giovanni. Ah, quello che mi serviva per l'altra missione. Zombie. Ma direi che qui sotto ci posso scendere a prescindere, anche senza aumentarmi di livello le abilità. Tanto mi ha già fatto vedere dov'è il passaggio segreto. Ah, ma è chiusa la porta forse. Ah, ma non mi hanno visto benissimo. Perfetto. Dodge 2. Probabilmente uno di quei libri che non posso utilizzare. Ok, dopo andiamo lì, vediamo se c'è qualcos'altro da fare qua dentro.
Hey there, Adam Dunsard. I don't think we've met. You are?
Sorry, you can't come in here right now. Sorry, you can't come in here right now.
What? Oh, sure. Nothing to be concerned about. Excuse me. Sarcophagus? What sarcophagus? Unless that's some slang or code I'm too old to get, I really don't know what the hell you're talking about. Go bug someone else. I'm really not in the mood. What sarcophagus? I really have no idea what you're talking about.
Non lo sapeva veramente.
Cazzi. Fatti i cazzi tuoi.
Fatti i cazzi tuoi.
I am talking here. Hi. Nadia Mill. Oh, you must give my regard. I'm working on my master's.
Ok, prendiamo il libro. Porta finta. Porta finta. Porta vera. Ah, nulla, in pratica porta dove c'è... dove ero sceso poco fa in un altro modo, sempre dove ci sono gli zombie. Prima la porta non si era aperta. Catacombe. Ok, se si cade ci sono gli zombie. Ecco appunto. Ho come il sospetto che questo livello più o meno andrà avanti così per tutto il tempo, ovvero ammazzare nemici. Comunque finché sono nemici scarsi come questi zombie non c'è problema. E ovviamente anche alquanto labirintico. Ok. Ho cambiato area, quindi forse sono nella giusta direzione. Eh sì, il sarcofago.
Kindred, your presence here violates the agreement between our leaders. Leave now, or face the consequences of your actions. There is an alliance between your leader LaCroix and Mistress Ming Zhao. You violate the agreement. If you do not leave, we are not responsible for your death.
Devo trovare un agente pubblicitario. È chiaro che voi due non conoscete la mia reputazione. Oppure cazzate, non c'è nessuna alleanza. Direi la seconda.
We'll give you one more chance to leave this place and keep your life.
You will go?
Nessuno mi dice cosa fare. In realtà ultimamente lo fanno in tanti ed ora mi sono stancato.
The time for decisions has passed. We Chang brothers accept your life graciously.
Fratelli Chang. Wow. Ci hanno messo poco. Ok. Vediamo un po' se con questo siamo più efficaci. Wow. Che cavolo è successo? Ok, conviene utilizzare questo schifo qui che mi dovrebbe ricaricare le vite. Perfetto, vita al massimo. Ok. Per non sprecare altri colpi, come Clint Eastwood insegna, proviamo con la 44 Magnum. Ti senti fortunato, stronzo? Hai già quest'arma katana. Ehi, questa invece mi manca, artigli della tigre. Allora, cosa buttiamo via? Direi la Shingunto, visto che è una riproduzione. Via. Prendiamo questi guanti, gli artigli della tigre. Fantastico, meglio di Wolverine. Ok. Finalmente il sarcofago. quindi in pratica prendendo il sarcofago finisce la missione. Ok, allora prima diamo un'esplorata in giro, vediamo se c'è altro da raccattare. Mi sa di no. Hey, hello there, Becker. Good evening. How are you? Okay, let's complete this mission. Finally. Yeah, it's not that spooky, but it talks about horror stuff. Vampires and ghosts and so on.
Outstanding. There was some doubt by members of my court as to your ability, but I placed my faith wisely. Finally, the Ankaran sarcophagus is ours. Come, I've granted Beckett's request to study and document all the markings of the sarcophagus. You've met Beckett, haven't you? Let's go take a look inside and see what the commotion around the city has really been all about. What? Preposterous. No kindred would trust them, nor would they trust us. Did Jack tell you that? Because it sounds like you've been taken for a fool. And you believed them. They've been trying to take over LA for years. It's a ruse, a falsehood, spread to undermine my rule and turn kindred against each other, thin our ranks. They are duplicitous, evil creatures. Did they not try to kill you? Insurance. They lied to you in case you lived through the encounter. They hoped to create dissension in the ranks, rumors. It's a trick older than you or I.
Finally, let's open this
What have you
sarcophagus.
assessed so far?
Unfortunately for the Heralds of Doom, it appears we won't be opening Pandora's box. The markings, as far as I can tell, are of Assyrian origin. An extraordinary piece, but nothing earth-shattering.
I see. Then there is no good reason why we shouldn't open it. Won't budge. Beckett, do you see any mechanism for the lid?
I haven't as yet had a chance to pore over it with my fine-tooth comb. I think I have one in my bag.
Why won't it open, Beckett? And you, I thought you said it looked as if it had been opened on the Dane. I want it open! You and Beckett, figure out a way to open it. I need to know what's inside. I have other matters to attend to. Come get me when a solution has been found.
Ah, the depths to which I'll sink to prove others wrong. The young ones get so temperamental. Fortunately for Sebastian, is it? I'd already made up my mind to open the sarcophagus, if only to show the city that Gehenna, contrary to popular belief, has not begun.
Gehenna, it's the end of the world.
put your ear to it. I'll shake it, and you tell me what you think's inside. How have you gotten this far? Here's what we're going to do. I know of someone who can help. His name is Dr. Anders Johansson, a professor of archaeology from Norway. He was the one responsible for finding the sarcophagus, and as far as I know, the only authority on its origin and design. Until yesterday, he could have been found in his suite at the Empire Hotel downtown. But when I stopped by earlier this evening, all I found was spilt coffee on a morning paper. Appears he's been abducted. I detected the scent of myrrh incense, which is usually burned in monasteries. Also, I found beach sand in part of a muddy footprint. Putting two and two together, I located a monastery near a beach in Malibu, where I believe hunters are holding Johansson captive. Actually, there were 2 hunters on the roof of the building opposite the hotel who were positively delighted to tell me everything they knew, provided I stopped dangling them head first over the side. The hunters abducted Dr. Johansson for his own protection, or at least that's how they've justified it. He's being held by the Society of Leopold and used, quite ingeniously, as bait for Prince Lacroix's minions. Sebastian mentioned you ran into one of the hunters from the Society of Leopold some time ago. They're so secret a church organization, I don't even think they know if they exist. But essentially, they're murderers for Christ, or some such deity. You'll have to go to the monastery and find a way into the tunnels beneath, where the hunters are holding Johansson. I'm afraid I can't accompany you, but then it's best you go alone. Too many of us might set them off, like fundamentalists on contrary opinion. I'd recommend no other course of action to the foolhardy. I wouldn't recommend walking. Certainly, Sebastian's already provided cab fare. I'm sure he always spares no expense when archaeology is at stake. Excellent. The Society, for the most part, knows very little about us. But they do know how to kill and torture us, and that's enough. Also, some of them exhibit powers that can make them quite formidable. Best not to announce yourself. Well, if we open it up and the world ends, then yes. If we open it up and the world does not end, then no. I'd wager the latter. How any sane kindred could think these poor unfortunates are an immediate threat to us is absurd. Most were afraid, or at the very least uneasy around me. Tragic. Their desperation could very well hold the spark of revolution, however. I've said quite a lot about myself already. I know even less about you than you do me. Why don't you tell me about yourself? I withdraw my question. Unless you've got further questions, I'd really like to get back to looking at the sarcophagus. Remember, Dr. Johansson is an innocent. He has no idea we actually exist. Try not to put the idea in his head.
Okay. But before that, I have another quest to do.
Did you find a way to open the sarcophagus? Witches... Traditionally, the Kuei Jin have stayed in Asian territory, and the kindred Europe, and later North America. But recently, they invaded the West Coast, killing off a substantial number of anarchs. They lack the organization of the Camarilla, and think nothing of breaking the Masquerade. Though we share similar traits, there is no fraternity between us. We embrace. They rise from the grave. They do not know the pleasure of blood. They are without clan. Oh yes, they believe our kind to be inferior. They are as much of a threat as the wolves. Werewolves. I can still recall a time when cities were surrounded by miles of forests full of the beasts. But progress has taken care of that problem. Witches? If you didn't take the time to ask, perhaps we'd know by now. As I mentioned before, my concern is that it pertains something supernatural. Now, Beckett has waived his theory altogether. The city is alight with dread. Perhaps it's an antediluvian. A joke? The antediluvians are the mythical progenitors of each of the clans for whom they trace their bloodlines. And according to mythology, descendants of Cain, the legendary first vampire. As in the biblical Cain and Abel? Before you put too much stock in it, realize that the church and all of its mythos are blends of kindred and mortal meddling, whips to regulate weak minds. This is all Beckett's field of expertise. If you want a lesson, merely ask him. Witches?
I wouldn't recommend walking, sir. Excellent. Remember, Doctor...
Okay, let's go.
I'm sorry there, but Mr. LaCroix, he told me not to let anybody up right now. He sounded kind of PO'd. Must be all the late nights he's working. Anyhow, I can't let you go see him right now. Sorry. Mr. LaCroix was real specific. Maybe if you come back later, he'll calm down. He seems to be all tore up about that sarcophagus that got stolen from a museum. Must be a real history lover.
Ok. Dobbiamo consegnare l'oggetto a Piscia, ma è dall'altra parte, se non vado errato, sì. Però da questo lato ci sono gli anarchici, quindi andiamo a parlare anche con loro.
What the hell did you want? Yeah? Do I know the Kuei Jin? Those motherfuckers showed up in California 5 years ago and been fighting us tooth and claw for every inch of the free state since. Yeah, I know. Let me tell you, they ain't nothing like us. They're devils, man. Shifted fucking devils. Seeing the shit they're capable of makes some of what I saw in Nam make a lot more sense. They're all invaders. The Quay-Jin, they're less likely to deal with you. They think they're the superior beings or whatever. But the Camarilla, they'll just lie and stab you in the back. Which is worse? Does it really matter? Yeah? I've been hearing there's some ancient evil vampire gonna rise up out of there and bring all hell with it. Shit. For all we know, might be Kane himself. Nah, the Camarilla denies any of that shit exists. Vampire forefathers, doomsday prophecies, all just superstition in Camiland. Us? The Anarchs? Everybody's free to make up their own mind, I guess. I buy it. Could explain all the blood in the air. We're probably all playing right into this thing's hands. If it has hands.
Heard anything? What? Who said it? If this is true, listen, I can't believe even LaCroix's that low, but keep an eye on this. If there's anything I hate more than camis, it's the goddamn Quay-Jin.
What the hell do you want?
Just keeps getting more interesting, doesn't it, kiddo? Giovanni, the Quay-Jin. Lots of blood being spilled for a 10,000-year-old conversation piece, wouldn't you say? The streets, the hillsides, there's eyes and ears everywhere. I heard LaCroix's been talking to Beckett, too. Beckett's a skeptic about all this stuff. I just hope he knows to be careful dealing with that snake LaCroix. Well, Beckett's apolitical, you could say. He's just interested in the truth of our origins. Politics and all that is minor details to him. You do what you have to do. Kid, if you don't do it, somebody else will. You're in a good position to make a difference, Mr. Big Shot. A lot of kindreds wondering just which way you'll go. Sure thing, kiddo. Fire away. What's on your mind? What about? Nope, never heard of him. Ah, yes, holy vampire hunters. Staking for Jesus. Don't worry about him too much. If you find one worth the shit, he damn well better blindside you or he's dead. Either way, why worry? Moving right... What's on your mind? What about him? What do I think of humans? I don't, really. When you were alive, did you think about cows? You know, if one got killed, I bet you didn't cry, but, you know, you're not out there slaughtering them for sport either. Ah, man, we got our own problems. Let the kin sink or swim.
Okay, I need some ammunition.
My man, what is up?
Okay, let's have a little dance.
Right back at you.
I'll scream.
Oh, what is this
Buy a
shit?
watch. I'll scream. Buy a watch. Buy a watch. Buy a watch. Whatever. Buy a watch. I'll scream.
Money, right? Been a while. Your money's been piling up. Here, that should provide for an interesting evening.
Okay, the hospital. Here we are.
Yes.
Prima meglio salvare.
Yes. The Voce del Morte. The Giovanni never willingly share their secrets, and I've had little success infiltrating their strongholds. How did you obtain this? It will take some time to translate and unlock the secrets of this. I will have to move on from the city to evade any Giovanni seeking it. Take this. This will complete the terms we agreed to, and I think it is adequate compensation. It is the key of Alamut. It instills dread in those that would harm you, and makes it harder for them to strike you. Make no mistake, our dealings do not make us allies. If indeed we meet again, do not ask me for any favors. I will give you this final advice, however. Leave this city. These are its final nights. Discord looms heavy. I've felt this before. In November of 1938, I was translating documents in Leipzig, Germany, written by a purported Crusades-era necromancer. There also, I felt a sense of impending chaos. Soon after was the Kristallnacht, the wellspring of a new world war.
Chiave di Alamut. Questi bastoncini sono stati portati da un pauroso assassino del clan Assemite per millenni. Una di esse è ancora esistente. Questa chiave di Alamut dal proprietario una straordinaria resilienza al danno e incrementa tutti i punteggi di assorbimento di 1. Chissà se è vero. Ok, facciamo un salto a Santa Monica per vedere se ci sono email non lette.
Where to?
Lovely evening.
Master?
Nessuna mail non letta. Ok, quindi rimane come missione soltanto di andare a liberare il professore nella Society of Leopold. Direi che conviene fermarsi qui, perché iniziare una nuova missione importante adesso significa far troppo tardi, quindi adesso facciamo il raid. Che nessuno si muova e che la forza sia con voi.